Is AI slop on the verge of working its way into all of our infrastructure's open source projects, or will a carefully worded AI policy be exactly what's needed to stop it in its tracks? How many L's? LLVM, the well-known and much-used compiler toolchain, has just joined the cohort, and it is a cohort, of open source projects to introduce an AI policy. The problem is that all these different open source projects, especially the really prominent ones that get lots and lots of pull requests, are being inundated with AI-driven garbage, and it's using up the maintainer's time in reading, evaluating, and ultimately rejecting each contribution as it slops its way in. LLVM's policy does seem pretty reasonable, and it seems like they've applied a light touch. Their policy says that if AI was involved, a human must be somewhere in the loop to review the code before it's even submitted to the project. Maybe the Linux kernel could be next to introduce an AI policy, or at least have some mention or clarification of AI. Like with LLVM, the Linux creator, Linus Torvald, wants AI-assisted code to be treated as just another tool, similar really to any other code generator or helper, not as a special category in the contribution rules. Torvald also argued that low-quality AI slop won't be solved with policy wording. Maintainers already have the authority to reject bad patches, whatever tools produce them. That said, the Linux Foundation, as an umbrella, does have a more generic, generative AI policy for its hosted projects, just not the main kernel project. I mean, if you're a coder, the chances are you're probably also already using AI. Whether it's all out, write this program for me, or calling up ChatGPT to write a few lines, or figure out why the type-safe compiler is complaining this time. In any of those cases, AI still makes mistakes. The first version it writes, at whatever scale, is usually not the best version, or sometimes just outright doesn't work. Not to throw shade on it, still makes mistakes. It still sometimes churns out code that's either awful or just doesn't work, but it's still a huge time saver, don't get me wrong. But you do have to just watch what it's doing and be very specific in the prompt. Be careful what you wish for, takes on a different meaning. Of course, AI will improve, is always improving, and it will get to the point where for most tasks it doesn't matter if what it writes is inefficient, as long as it isn't terrible. My worry though is that we're already handing over our critical thinking ability to AI, along with the need or the desire to learn and develop. Speaking of which...